Let's pick our way through this voltaic cell and see exactly what's going on and see what sort of terminology we need to add into it. Now, notice we're doing a different system than the other videos before this one I've used. Here we've got a bar of cadmium, and it's acting as an electrode. So this is going to be our solid, 0 oxidation number. We're going to have cadmium nitrate. NO3 is a -1. That tells us cadmium is a +2 ion. And so we're going to have a +2 oxidation number on that one. So notice we're going from +2 to 0 or 0 to +2, depending on what we think is happening in this beaker. Now if we set it up so we have all of these sitting around at the initial time, then we're going to have the option to go either direction. It's all going to be a matter of what's connected on the other side. However, if I had said that we only have cadmium solid and we have nitrate ion, we could form this if the reaction goes the right direction. These are all things we have to consider because it's possible that our voltaic cell, aka battery, can't do anything because it's dead, because all of our reactions are in the form where nothing much is going to happen. So always keep that in mind. We have to think through whether or not anything can go forward. Now let's look at the other side. We've got silver. Now realistically that's probably not a bar of silver, it's probably a silver wire, but it's going to be an oxidation number of 0 as well. Nitrate ion, -1, silver is the +1. And we're used to seeing all those around. So we have silver, nitrate. Now let's think through what can happen and we'll tie the terminology to it. If we're specifying that the electrons are going from left cell to right cell, don't worry too much about exactly what these numbers mean and what these signs mean here. We hook up to the voltmeter like this. Our electrons are passing through in this direction like we said a minute ago. If I'm adding electrons to silver bar and there are silver +1 ions out here, then what are we saying is going to be happening here? Our +1 ions are going to be picking up electrons to become solid silver. In other words, we're having our silver plate on to the bar here at the cathode. Now over here at the anode, what's going to be happening? We're going to have cadmium solid. We're going to have cadmium nitrate. But what's going to be happening is we're going to be having some of that solid give up electrons. We're going to be forming cadmium 2+ and 2 electrons to flow along the wire. In other words, for this reaction to go forward, our metal bar is going to be dissolving as the reaction goes forward. It's being sacrificed for the good of the battery. That's a term that'll come up a bit later too. Now, this side will be our anode if it's giving up the electrons. And we see that this is an oxidation reaction. On this side, we're going to have our cathode, and it's going to be undergoing a reduction reaction. Now, when you're trying to remember what ones properly go where, just think through it left to right alphabetically. If you're right-handed, that's pretty natural for you. Even if you're left-handed, you're used to writing sentences from the left side to the right side, so that should feel pretty natural as well. Anode, cathode, oxidation, reduction. It works for these pieces.